Hey guys, it's Emma here and I have a box of stories, box of books here to open. So this is actually the Halloween box that they do now every year. My regular box is also coming this month, so I will have my sci-fi fantasy box coming the next week or so hopefully. But this is the Halloween box that they do every year with hopefully more like horror books because they don't really have a horror subscription option. But as always, I will link them down below. Box of Stories is an amazing company that saves loads and loads of books every year and gives you a box of 4 multiple different genres that you wouldn't necessarily know about because they don't have a massive marketing budget. But yeah, I've had some really great books from this box, from this company, so I'm very excited to get into the Halloween one. So let's see what we've got first. We've got The Lost Ones by Anita Frank. So it says, England, 1917. Reeling from the death of her fiancé, Stella Marcham welcomes the opportunity to stay with her sister at her imposing country home, Greyswick. But Stella arrives to find a house gripped by fear and unease, and when she hears sobbing in the night and pattering footsteps on the stairs, she becomes irresistibly drawn to the tragic history of the house. Aided by a wounded war veteran, Stella sets about uncovering Greyswick's dark and terrible secrets the dead whisper from the other side. So yeah, my kind of spooky old-timey ghost story there is the first one. And then book 2 is The Missing Years by Lexi Elliott. This is like really big, like wide. Anyway, is it like large print or something? I don't know, that's kind of weird. It says, an eerie old Scottish manor in the middle of nowhere that's now hers. Ailsa Calder has inherited half of a house. The other half belongs to a man who disappeared without a trace 27 years ago, her father. Leaving London behind to settle her mother's estate, Ailsa returns to her childhood home nestled amongst the craggy peaks of the Scottish Highlands, accompanied by the half-sister she's never taken the time to get to know. With the past threatening to swallow her whole, she can't escape the claustrophobic feeling that the house itself is watching her, or ignore how animals take care never to set foot within its garden. And when Ailsa confronts the first nighttime intruder, she sees that the manor's careless, rugged beauty could cost her everything. So yeah, that is book 2, The Missing Years. Now, book 3. Book 3 is The Hiding Place by Amanda Mason. That's a kind of cool cover, and it's got sparkly kind of shiny elements to it. So that is fun. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's shiny bits on it. It says, the front door rattled gently on its hinges, and something, the wind surely, nudged against it. She placed a hand against the door, listening as Elder House seemed to shift and settle around her. Nell Galilee, her husband, and stepdaughter Maud rent a holiday cottage by the sea. The cottage has been empty for some time, and from the start Nell feels uncomfortable there. Something isn't quite right about this place. 12-year-old Maud soon finds herself beguiled by the house's strange atmosphere. There are peculiar marks on the roof beams above her bed, and in another room, a hiding place concealing a strange, unnerving object. As the house gradually reveals its secrets, Nell becomes increasingly uneasy and Maud spellbound. But these women, and the women that surround them, also have things to hide, and soon events will come to a terrible head. Another good spooky sounding one there. And then last book here is The House of Ashes by Stuart Neville. The darkest crimes leave the deepest roots. So it sounds like this would be a crimey one. So it says, for Sarah Keane, it was supposed to be a second chance, a new country, a new house, a new beginning with her husband Damien. Then came the knock on the door. Elderly Mary Jackson can't understand why Sarah and her husband are living in her home. She remembers the fire and the house burning down, but she also remembers the children who need her, who she must protect. The children will find you, she tells Sarah, because Mary knows she needs help too. Sarah soon becomes obsessed with what happened in that house nearly 60 years ago, the tragic, bloody night her husband never intended for her to discover, and Mary, silent for 6 decades, is finally ready to tell her story. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Like a thriller kind of one. And that is book 4. And the only other thing in the box is like a little Halloweeny postcard, and it says The Usual Suspects, and it's got like a vampire, a mummy, and a Frankenstein's monster, so that's kind of fun. Just a little postcard there. And that is all that's in the box. But we've got all our amazing facts in there about what Box of Stories does, and it saves so many books every year from being pulp because they give them to us who would never normally have known about them. So I think it's awesome. I can't like stop singing the praises. I just think it's a great company. But anyway, so let's go through what we got. We got The Lost Ones by Anita Frank. We got The House of Ashes by Stuart Neville. We got The Hiding Place by Amanda Mason. And we got The Missing Years by Lexi Elliott. So as I say, that's it. That's all that's in the box. But any comments, leave them down below. Share this video with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you next time, guys. Bye!